What up, boys, and welcome back to another video. So of course in this video we have yet another classic TBC gold farm, and we're just talking about probably the most frequent asked question that I get. That is, student, what is your best gold farm? Which gold farm do I tend to do the most? So I'm going to talk a bit about that, even though I have featured this one before. I just want people to realize why it's so good and why you should do it, even though it can be quite contested. So I'm also going to talk a bit about like how I deal with that. But before we jump into the video, I do quickly want to mention that you guys can still obtain the complete gold guide for Classic TBC. And all you got to do to get it for 50% off is type in the code TBC when you go to the checkout. So you can find the link down below in the description and also the pinned comments. We're this farm right here, and a bunch of other farms, like all the best farms in TBC, are going to be listed. So the farm we were talking about is obviously going to be Terracone. Most of you guys already knew that by me flying around right here in Terracone Forest. Now, Terracone is really good because if you go to crafting and then you go to alchemy, right, and then you go down to utility pots, you can see that they are needed for like many things, but like haste pots, you're needed to craft the haste pots, and haste pots are insane. Like they just fly off the auction house, really expensive, sitting at like 10 gold each. So people are making big profit just buying my mats from the auction house, crafting it into haste pots and selling them. Besides from that, like they're also needed for certain flasks and so on. You can see that like regular healing pots, they're not even used for those, right? But if you go down to flasks, you can see that Flask of Relentless Assault needs 7 of them. So they're going to be in demand the entire expansion. And it's usually the most expensive herb, besides from Monotisl. But I will be very surprised if you went on your auction house right now, you searched up every single TBC herb, and you saw that there was one that was more expensive than the Terracone. That's probably not going to happen. Haven't seen that for a very long time. Now, the route that I do, sadly, Gathermate doesn't work like it's supposed to work, where you, like with the import. So I've gathered all of these nodes myself, but it's pretty simple. I just follow like this big forest area. Basically, you just want to go everywhere besides from hugging this river right here, and then you go around the middle. There's no spawns in this gray sandy area, but you want to definitely check out this part, like down here southwest. That part is really good. And then I tend to fly up and check for Monotisl while I'm at it before I fly down to this forest area. So very, very good farm. The only problem is, though, naturally, when the price is high, you're going to get a lot of competition because everyone is going to be after it, right? So the reason why it's the best farm for me is because I usually do it like before I go to work at like 4 a.m. Sometimes there's people out there doing it, but there's not that many. And sometimes I'm all by myself doing it. And right then, the gold per hour is insane. Like I can get as high as 500 gold an hour doing this farm. So if you do it like prime hour, like any other gathering farm, it's not going to be that good. So whenever I play in this like prime hours, I take advantage of that by the dynamic respawn, and I do primals instead. Which primal depends on the price of the primal that day. So Throne of Kil'jaeden and Hellfire is one example where competition doesn't matter that much, because even if there's 15 people killing the fire elementals at Throne of Kil'jaeden, you're going to spawn like pretty damn fast. All you got to do is cap 1 or 2 spawns, and they will instantly hyper spawn. Like you just kill it, boom, another one spawns. So it's just like running around killing mobs around for instance, in Agran around Oshugun, killing the Shadow Elementals. And it's the same principle there. The more people farming, the faster they will spawn. So spawns is really no issue. I see that in some of my primal farming videos that people are complaining about competition when they're trying to do the farm. But really, with the dynamic respawn, I've done a lot of primal farming, and I haven't noticed any problems with it whatsoever. You just got to settle down at one location that has multiple spawn points around you and just camp that one when you have a lot of competition. But regardless, Terracone, definitely my number one farm spot, and some people would say that it's stupid making a video on it since it's the farm that makes me the most gold. But like, I don't really need the gold. I just think it's fun to farm it, so I don't really care if I get a ton of competition after this video. But yeah, that should answer the most asked question ever. So if you guys got more questions, just leave them down below in the comments section, and if there's enough people wondering about the same, I'll make a video on it. So if you see a question that's already been asked down below in the comment section, just give it a thumbs up so I can see that there's a lot of people interested in the same thing. But that was it for today's video. So thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you all back in on tomorrow's video. But until then, bye bye.